Greetings, mortals. I am Natus, one of the rulers of Hell, or Manga Hell specifically, and today we'll be reacting to the newest chapter of One Piece, chapter 1024. So and so. Oh, great! We got who's cousin evolved now. So and so. Oh, great! If we got rid of one annoying guy with a name, we got another one. Yep, well, I suppose we're gonna be stuck with so-and-so for now. So let's get into this chapter. The reaction. So now we start, well, with the second floor of Onigashima, and we see a bunch of the Beast Pirates passing out. And someone being like, what? Oh? What happened to you guys? Is that Call of the Supreme King Haki? Grrr, as we see a figure approaching in the shadows. And the figure's like, it's not your fault. You just don't have the willpower to stay conscious in my overwhelming presence. I am the man who eliminated 2 of the Toby Roppo. They call me Usuhachi, the sibling hunter. As we see Usopp on a crocodile smile user. Who this crocodile smile user seems to have his entire head be a crocodile. Not really the worst smile user we've seen, but I think it's a bit oversized at most. Which I do find funny how Usopp is the one who says that he defeated 2 Toby Roppo, but yet he technically barely did anything against them. Like, he was the one who probably did the least against them. And also, I would mention more that I defeated the strongest Toby Roppo, but that's besides the point. They don't know exactly that. And so he's probably like, what? 2 of them? And the strongest one as well. And then he also be like, don't try to fight me. Join me. I guess they're even trying to get even more allies at this point. Which, I gotta ask, who the hell is left at this point on the Beast Pirate side? In all reality, like who? Most, if not all, the gifters and headliners are already on their side, with the ones who are either already knocked out. The foot soldiers and the first floor are already on their side, leaving only like a couple of the plashes and waiters. And those guys, I wouldn't be surprised if they already heard what's going on downstairs. So yeah, then we see Speed. It's because Big Mom is flying elsewhere on this floor. The ripples of her haki are knocking out the soldiers. So now I guess could explain why why a bunch of people went passing out. So people are gonna think it's Usopp. I guess we should have assumed that would happen. Which honestly, it's kind of funny how Otama is still conscious while their soldiers are passing out. I mean, I know why Nami and Speed are able to handle themselves, but I'm surprised Otama is able to handle herself. And then we have Nami be like, hey, what's going on with Luffy right now? Do you know Frankie? I guess she's speaking with Frankie right now, as we see a Frankie running away. And he's like, right brain tower, Skull Dome. Nope, no clue. All I know is what Momonosuke said earlier. And then we have Nami be like, Momo should be with Shinobu, but I can't get in touch with her either. And then we have, wait a minute, wasn't it stated that Frankie was close to the life floor? I don't know, maybe it's gonna be mentioned soon. Now we have, no news is good news, it means they're fine. Well, granted, the news informant is done now, so I'm not sure if that's a good news. And now, or there will even be anybody to give news away. And then Nami like pointing the logic and be like, that makes no sense, as we see her being a bit poofy. And then we see Frank continuing, anyway, if you're all done up there, come on down. For whatever reason, it seems like all the enemies are floating into the performance floor. Run for it! Go down! There's a couple of beast pirates running. And then we have Frankie being like, don't let them into the performance floor! That's where Zolo and Sanji are fighting the lead performers! As we see the hot Bappo, Sachi, and Penguin fighting a couple of beast pirates as Frank is screaming in the background. And we have I'm guessing that Bappo, don't order me around, aye aye. We are all equals in an alliance. Yes, and as your equal, he's saying to you what you should do so we'll be able to benefit in the long term. It's a helpful advice, Babel. And then we have third floor, as we see, I guess, the minks burning up and some of the small users. It's gonna be really confusing, Dai, which are the minks and which are the small users in this floor then. And then we have some of them being like, oh, this is starting to look bad. We can't stop the flames. Evacuate to the performance floor. Oh, so I guess that's the reason why everyone's running to the performance floor. As we see Brooke screaming, I'm guessing I should feel hot right now, but too bad I've already been cremated. Hey, who are you calling cremated? Wait, is Brooke talking to himself or is he telling someone else this? And someone is just hearing it. And then we see Brooke running with Robin in his hands across the bridge with next to the minks. As one of the minks are like, Baron Corpse, you're right. I had to get out of there. Robin was going to burn up. How is the bell going? It's hard to tell. Everything is in pure chaos. So I guess there's some people say that Tobio probably gonna get up, which I do agree. Either that or Old is the strongest Tobio. My idea is better, but I'm not sure exactly. As we see, but I guess it's like also supposed to hint at them disappearing now, because if everyone is burning up and the Beast Pirates have been like left there, as we're gonna see soon, like Frankie. I don't know, Sasaki's I think safe because I don't think there was any fire in that area. But Black Maria is left when there's fire, and I believe Who's Who is not that far from the air where there's fire. So maybe they'll be knocked out as long as their subordinates may not be the best idea. Or at least it's gonna be a very gruesome death. Then we have Kid Pirates 4th floor. And we have Book being like, Jinbei, come in, Jinbei. As we see a bunch of the Kid Pirates like beating the shit out of the Beast Pirates. And then we have Book screaming, I'm guessing. The 3rd floor is a sea of fire right about now. Make your way down while you can. Cause I guess Book is telling this to Jinbei because he can like use the water in the area to like put the fires down, since we've seen how proficient Jinbei is when it comes to fire. Now I'm not exactly sure how that would be worked. I don't believe Onigashima has that much water in it, but maybe the idea is like use Brooks eyes to make water to put the fires down. And now we see Jimmy talking. Fire. That's bad news. But then who is holding Kaido back further up? I guess Jim is now realizing. Wait, who is fighting Kaido right now? And then we see a performance floor outside. More and more enemies are rushing out of the castle. As we see Kawamatsu coming to attack and the Yakuza bosses coming to attack Beast Pirates. Which, the funny thing is, these pirates are probably just like running from the fire and they just getting charged in right now. Like, their perspective is, oh my god, we have to go to safety. Oh thank god, we're in a performance floor. We're gonna be safe from the fire now. Or at least be far away from it. Oh right now, someone's attacking us. And they're like, out of the way, samurai, this is our castle. Oh, I guess they are actually trying to take over. We own this performance floor. Don't let them onto the floor. And they will say someone be like, push them back. And they will see we cut to outside the Onigashima and cut to the top of the Onigashima. And we see a blood spatter and Yamato, which in the newest Vivica has actually been confirmed that Yamato is actually a woman, which is something we should have all assumed. I mean, the only reason why people thought it wasn't is because Yamato spoke some of the way people were addressing Yamato was more in the male pronouns, or at least ambiguous pronouns. But honestly, we should have all assumed, like, oh, Yamato was saying, I'm Odin, not I'm a man. If you know what I mean. Like, it's not similar to Kiko. How it isn't even like Yamato looks like a man. Yamato literally looks like a chick all the time. The mask was like the closest thing that you got. And even that was more like disguise. And you see Yamato attack with Nari Kabura Arrow. Supposed to be an arrow in that name. And that strike, I'm guessing a long range, strikes at Kaido, where Kaido just laughing it out, or maybe it was a miss or something. Oh no, I'm guessing this is Kaido preparing to send another attack in, as we see Yamato's eyes, and then we have, I'm guessing, Kaido attack with Vajra arrow, as Yamato blocks it, and she's sent back. Oof. And she's sent to the rubble. But I guess to show off the power gap between Kaido and Yamato. And then we see Yamato pacing, hoof, 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 hoof. You have always intended to kill me, wheeze, wheeze. I guess now Yamato is screaming at Kaido. As Kaido responds with, yes, that's right. This is not a family squabble of you. If you want to wear the name Oden, you must be ready for war. This isn't a game, Yamato. And then we see Yamato respond with, is it a crime to admire someone? Huff huff. I love Oden. Which it's honestly pretty hilarious of someone saying I love Oden where their name can literally be a dish. Like essentially what Yamato is saying right now is I love this specific type of food. Why can't you just let me eat what I want? It's hilarious what you think about that way. I wonder if that's the reason why his name was chosen to be Odin of all things. And then we see a flashback where we have a couple of the Beast Boys being like, "Oh, Kaido, the Orc Princess has been running wild for the past week. I'm Odin." Where we see Yamato screaming, and we see Chibi beat up Yamato. And then she's like, "Undo my chains, father. I'm Oden, Kuzuki Oden." Imagine this was all just like a big game of pretend. And she gotta be like pissed off. And we see Yamato continue, I am Huff 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 Oden Huff Huff. And we see like just a bunch of a sea of beat up beast pirates. I mean, granted, these are probably just like waiters and whatnot, but still. Although it looks like they were knocked out by supreme hockey, not by physical brute. And then we have got back, tell me, Yamato, did you do this? And then Yamato, like a very, this child beat up phone being like, I didn't, they just fell over. I'm so hungry, I think I'm gonna starve. Give me some food. And then we have Kaido respond with Supreme King Haki. A good sign, but Yamato, if you want to call yourself Oden, then die. As we see Yamato make, ah! And then we have Kaido, a couple of soldiers putting Yamato in a cave or a dungeon or something like that. And we have Kaido like, stay in the cave until you see sense. I'll give you a month. I should give it a year, but fine, a month is alright. And so Yamato be like, what, a month? The poor kid really will die. I guess the Beast Punch is flying. Plus, we all got vicious samurai locked up in there. So you get there like, sir, there are people who want to kill you. This girl, your child's already starving, and you want her locked up in here for a month? So yeah, but I guess I gotta go against him. But still, and now we have a Yamato be chained to a wall or something. No, don't leave me here in the dark. This message goes for the swordsman of 102. I guess this is Kaido speaking now. If you agree to join my army, I'll let you go. You can shout through the vent in the ceiling if you change your mind. So I guess that's how Kaido's playing on seeing if they're gonna change sides. And then you see silhouetted forms of the samurai, which are the daimos of the previous daimos. I think we got their names in this chapter, but I'm not exactly sure. And then we have, what? You haven't eaten for days? Then let's have some food brought in. I'm guessing this is the soldier speaking. Oh, Kaido. But only enough for one. You'll need some weapons too, huh? As he throws in 4 blades. I wonder why 4 blades specifically. And they went on to be like, but father, the child of Kaido. Though, they obviously bear a grudge against me. They'll kill me. Izuka staring back at her and be like, but aren't you Odin? As we see 6 swords. I thought it was 5 swords, but I guess it was more. Or just sand swords, I'm not sure. And you see Yamato, and you see like a one rice bowl and one fish and one cup of, I'm guessing, tea or water. And it was Yamato thinking, I'm Odin, but also the son of Kaido, his killer. I'm smart enough to know these samurai hate me. Which is in a way kind of true since we saw how prejudiced the samurai one are, so even Yamato will probably knows. Like, even if Yamato doesn't know about Kurozumi's backstory, she probably can put the two and two together. As we see, like, a more detailed image of the three samurai who are locked in here, and then Yamato thinks he wants them to fight to death over that single meal. As we see the soldiers, the samurai standing up and approaching, and we see Yamato look at them and be like, but not before, as they grab the blades, they kill me first! And she starts to cry, about to cry, and they give her some food. And you see the samurai be like, eat this, huh? A samurai does not feel hunger, huh? Really? I guess Yamato wasn't expecting them to do this. I mean, like, I feel like this is one of those. Alright, it's dishonorable to kill a child who's chained up and starving over food. But I feel like this is one of those times where. Anything but. Yeah, it's a bit surprising to see them, like, just being like, fine, you should eat. It is on the break, but I'll be hungry? These samurai, as you see, I want to be like, these samurai are amazing. They're not hungry? Eat up. You picked a hell of a family to get born into. And they're like, completely chill. Now, I'm guessing this means that the leaders of Wano weren't actually the ones who were like bloodthirsty for revenge. It was more like the soldiers and the commoner samurai that were the blood hungry ones. And see Yamato eating like pretty fast, but not like Luffy levels. And we see a bit of crying and tears. I'm guessing this is supposed to be like their kindness. Because there's literally more kindness from a couple of samurai who have all the reason in the world to kill her than from her own father, who literally want to kill her. And then we see Yamato as she's eating, be like, thank you, samurai. I will never forget this food for as long as I live. And then we see, I'm guessing Yamato, the soldier, be like, say, do you think I could be a samurai too against this Yamato, even though I get hungry? So I guess this is a legitimate question because it has happened that the children who want to be samurai and ninjas are often like exaggerating to how much like I don't need food to eat or be hungry. As we see one of the swordsman, the one that looks like Zoro, I don't know his name, but I can't remember it, cutting the chains of Yamato's hands. And then we see him jumping the sword and be like, you are Kozuki Onan, are you not? I heard you say it. That man was beloved to all of us. And so to be like, huh? You were friends? And I guess Yamato says, what is your name, Sir Samurai? And you see the Zoro's uncle, father, whatever family figure you want. What name does a fallen samurai need? Just call me so and so. Huh? I guess Yamato isn't aware what he actually means. It's like, I failed. I don't deserve the name. I know his name was already revealed, but again, I don't remember it. And then we see Yamato be like, I want to read this journal, but the words are too hard for me. As she pulls up Odin's travels, as that's Odin's log. And then the other two soldiers are like, is that Odin's voyage log? And I guess the samurai are now reading to her the log to like be nice and to spend the time. Like they don't have much to do, and there's enough light to read. It's really like this very happy expression from Yamato. Like even though she's still bruised, you can clearly see how much joy she has. And then we have like this the samurai and Yamato be like, it's been 10 days now. Yamato's it seems to me that your father might actually intend to let you die. And I'm not sure if Yamato's actually listening or if she is just like sitting and thinking. At this rate, we won't be around to see this battle 20 years in the future that Odin speaks of. So I guess it's another one of those, are we actually gonna be able to handle these 20 years to survive? And then we see, I guess Yamato is conscious, it's just that she is about to start to go to sleep. And then we see Yamato speaking, when that time comes, I'll fight on the side of Wano. I'll have gone to sea and I'll be much, much stronger. Which she is much, much stronger. And then we see that someone be like, that warms our hearts, and in turn, we will take part in that future battle by ensuring you do not die in this cave. You see, 20 years is too long for the likes of us to bear. And then we see a samurai. We see a bit of light over Yamato as the samurai break through the gate. I guess he kind of forgot about the fact they could just use those blades to escape, or I guess he was underestimating them. Or generally thought they would be aware enough they can't win, so they wouldn't even try. And then we see Yamato thinking, or maybe saying, it's one of those like weird thinking bubbles, but it could be what she's saying right now. But wait, my father will kill you. Better than wasting to death in here. I guess they are talking. We would never bend the knee to him anyway. So they're like, alright, we're not gonna bend the knee to him. So if we're gonna die, we might as well die right now against Kaido. And to like get an opening for Yamato to escape, since she can now go run away, eat some fruit, which I'm guessing this is how she got her devil fruit, and then she'll be safe. And then we see some of the beast spots be like, Master Kyle, they've broken open the sacred cave. No sacred cave? Seriously? And then Yamato will be like, I'm not alone. There are people who believe in me, people who accept me. Why do you steal my freedom? Why do you steal Wano's freedom? And you see Kyle be like, because life isn't a series of simple questions with simple answers. You naive child? As we see Thunder Bagua. And we see that hit and the clash being hit as we see a close up on their faces. Now I'm guessing they either managed to like cancel one another or that broke Yamato's uh, weapon. I'm not exactly sure. It seems like it was just like a clash. It wasn't like damage or anything like that. A pretty badass panel to end the chapter, and I'm not sure if the next it will state if the next chapter is gonna be on break or not. I guess we'll see. I think it was said that it isn't gonna be on break, but it could happen. I mean, look at Black Clover. They are surprising breaks. I wouldn't be surprised even if it's not planned now. It could lead to it ending up. So yeah, this chapter, it's a pretty nice and decent Yamato backstory. There's nothing special about it. It's like us getting to know more, getting more context, and really like what exactly is happening on the floors. And it turns out so and so wasn't who's cousin, but actually just what the samurai will call themselves because they lost. Surprising! I thought so and so would be a new character. But I think it kind of was, since they're two samurai who we never seen before, except like maybe vaguely. But yeah, so this chapter was pretty great if you're a big Yamato fan and all. But yeah, that's pretty much it about it. Now, anyways, tell me in the comments below, what do you think of this chapter? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Or what do your theories are about the next chapter? What do you think is gonna happen? Everything you want. And with that said, I cannot wait to see all of you next time. Leave a like and subscribe. And can't wait to next time. Goodbye, mortals.